Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to LoopLearnings, and we are making inventory management system. And particularly in this video, we are going to focus on the report itself. In the last video, I made a very basic report that shows the list of the products and its related information. And I thought, why don't we make this report a little bit more meaningful? So what do I mean by that meaningful? Let me select this report from the drop down, and there you have it. Meaningful means we have added we are going to add the stock balance and the inventory status and the whole bunch of logic. So, and we will add these buttons to print or convert to PDF. This is going to be extremely good video. So if you are really here to learn and if you're interested, then let's get started. Right. So how we are going to do it? Well, before I begin, I have a huge favor to ask, and that is if you can subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload any video. And also, if you want to support this channel, support me, you can become a member or buy a merch. All of that would be in the description. So thank you so much. All right, let's begin with making this report a little bit more useful, as I said in the intro. So if we'll go to the report right now, this is what we get. And we would add two more columns, and the stock balance would be added, and uh, the condition of the stock. Okay, so we'll go to the design view, and first of all, I'm going to change is list of active parts, not parts. I don't know why I've written parts, but let's change it to products because these are the products. Okay, and we can make it full width, and it is already centered, which is great. And we can make it a little smaller so it looks like subheading. Now let's add the columns. Now to add the columns, what we need to do is we need to update our query. Now products queue doesn't have this information. If we will go to the products queue, it doesn't have the information such as um, the the stock balance. And although we can go ahead and modify this, and we can bring that information. So if we'll go to the show table and we'll close this, and right here we can add the stock balance queue, and we can add the stock balance right here. So if we'll go to data sheet view, we can see what is the stock balance. So we have the reorder level, we have the stock balance. All right, so we'll be comparing the stock balance with the reorder level, and the reason we will be comparing is because we want to have a status column. Status column would include the status in the descriptive format, so it's easy to understand. So, for example, if the stock balance is greater than reorder level, then it's good. Good. The stock is in good health, right? Or in stock, we can simply say. If, for example, the stock balance is equal to reorder level, we can say it's caution. Caution mean it is going to run out. And then if the stock balance is less than reorder level, then we can say it's critical. And we can do a color coding as well, just for visual reference. So let's go ahead and add column right here by adding by coming here. We'll go to the build, right click here and go to the build, and right here we can say status, and we can then we can give a name inv status. Okay, so to be a bit more particular. Now we will say if SB greater than reorder level. Okay, and then we will say in stock. Okay, everything is good. Else, if it is false, then we'll say if SB equal to reorder level, then we'll say it's caution. And if, for example, if the SB stock balance, which is what we have got, is less than reorder level, then we will say critical. Awesome. And we'll simply close these with the parentheses. Okay, so that should do actually, but let's go ahead and check it out. We'll go to the datasheet view, and there you have it. What's critical? It's because the reorder level is 8, the current stock or the stock balance, sorry, it's 6. So that's why it's critical. However, if you look at this item, the aloe vera gel, the reorder level is 10 and the stock balance is also 10. So user or whoever manages the inventory will be getting this information. Perhaps you can have automation, email notification, we can do a lot of stuff, by the way, with Microsoft Access. But this is what I wanted. So I've got this as a query, but now I need to present this onto the report. And so we can then visualize this information basically. So I can come here because we already have the same query mapped to this report. I'm going to go to the add existing fields. Now, right now, you will see that stock balance and inventory status is visible for us to add basically. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the supplier name probably right here. Maybe I will rearrange. And the reason it is because I want to have the stock balance and inventory status right next to the reorder level. So it's visually, we can see definitely as well. So let's drag and drop and let's make it a little bit less wider. And then we will drag and drop the status. Awesome. So we have the column, we have the two column with the status and the stock balance as well. Okay, great. So let's see how it looks like. So we'll come here, we'll first increase the width of the line and we will then change this. Great. And we'll go to the report view and there you have it. Now we have the stock balance. Now it's not really user friendly. So I'm going to change it a little bit. And also we are going to make this as color coded. So that means we have to use the conditional formatting as well. If we'll see the print preview, you can see that until the reorder level, we have the information, but rest, everything is gone. So maybe we can reduce the width of some of the columns here onto the report, and then we have a proper alignment. So what are we going to reduce the width? Okay, let's start with, for example, the product name. This is what I said. We'll reduce the width of the product name and the supplier, most probably. And that's about it. I think so. But let's check it out. So I'm going to now decrease the line width again. I will decrease these labels too. And there you have it. So still we can see that this green color indicator that is indicating that, hey, still you have the width is not really matching. Okay, so we'll say balance. That should be it. Instead of that, we can say order level. That too is the same. No problem at all. Cool. So I'm going to just reduce the size. Now this is a tedious work, so that's why some people may get bored while watching this. So I'm sorry for that, but that's necessary. Okay, so report view. Now we can have a proper view. Great. Now the next step is we want to make sure that it is color coded. So in stock should be green, critical should be red, caution should be maybe yellow. If that's okay, it should be okay. Now let's select this. Let's go to the format, conditional formatting, and we will have the new rule. And in the new rule, we will say, so field value is equal to, and right here we will type in stock. If it is in stock, we want this to be, you can choose the back color or the font color. I'm going to go with the font color. I think I like to have font color changed based on what's going on. So this one gray is fine. And we can make it bold if you want to. And we'll click OK. And say you may have entered comma without. Okay, so this requires, I'm guessing, the double quotes. Yeah. Let's click OK. Yeah. And let's apply this. Now we go back, create another rule, and we'll say equal to, don't forget the double quotes. Unlike me, I've done this many times, but still, some of the things. Okay, so caution. This is one of the status. So we'll choose this as, let's say, orange. Again, we'll make it bold. And let's click on apply. Great. Now we have one more. And if that's equal to, let's say, critical, critical, and then the font color should be red. We click OK. We click apply and we click OK. This should work, but let's check it and try it out. Go to report view, and there you have it. We have in stock, critical caution. So you can see that clear difference in the way that the report looked earlier and the report is looking now. Now we are not done yet because there are other things I'm planning to do. You see, one more thing. If you will see, for example, this gray color sort of extra area, and you can't get rid of this. But this is for the. I'll tell you what it is. What is this for? So if we'll go to the, if we select the report, we'll go to report design, property sheet, format, and right here we can see that it says scroll bars. Where is scroll bar? Here we go. Right now it says both. I only want to have vertical. So now if we'll go back, it should be gone. Yeah, it is gone. So that's how it is. Now, if we will go to the print preview is also giving very nicely laid out information. It looks nice, isn't it? Now we need to have button, maybe two buttons. One is to export to PDF and the other one is to print perhaps. So how do we do that? Again, we go back to design view and we bring the buttons. All right, we bring the buttons and we name these buttons. For example, this one will be PDF. So we just name that and we'll say BTN PDF and we can decrease the size and we can change the style of this button. We come here, change quick style. We can change it because I'm not liking that filled out. And now the shape outline is quite thick, so we'll reduce that. And there you have it. Now we'll copy this and we'll paste it. And this is for, if this is to convert to PDF, then this will be for print. Let's change the font to 10 and we will have a bit of icons as well. So let's give a name first for this, BTN print. And right here we'll go to the format and picture dot 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 and you just type P and you will see the printer option will appear. There we go. This is printer and we don't want only the icon, we want the description as well. So let's go ahead and change it to journal and we give a space right here. Okay, cool. Now what we are going to do is we're going to repeat the same for this button. So let's go ahead and first select the icon. So we'll say PDF. Now I don't know whether PDF, yeah, there is, but I kind of don't like this one, to be honest. So maybe let's say this one. And again, we want the caption as well, not just the icon. And we give a space right here. Now we have two buttons, print and PDF. Now we will write the code. We'll make them actionable, right? Or use a click, something happens. So let's select the print button and we'll click on dot 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 on click event. And right here we will type the one line of code. Do cmd dot run command accmd print. That's not this. Now make sure that you type it correctly, not like me. Accmd print. There you go. Now, very important. If let's say you will cancel the print, okay, let me show you rather than just telling you. If I click on print, this dialogs appear, but now if I cancel it, I get this kind of a run command was canceled. Now this might be confusing for the end users, and also we don't want to give this debug option to the end user. They might get into the code and they might mess things up, right? And we can stop that by typing this on error resume next. Okay, so this is the key right here. And we'll test it. We'll see if the same dialog box appears again or not. So let's click on print and the same box appear and we'll close this and nothing happens. You can see that it kind of ignored that message which was given to the user. And that's the right method we want. Let's make them center a little bit as well. Okay, so the PDF will go to dot 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 dot, and right here we'll say I'm going to copy this, actually all of this, and we'll modify the code. So do cmd dot output to. Okay, so this time output to. And what are we going to output? We're going to output the report, and it will ask what is the format. AC format PDF, because we want it in PDF. And that's about it. I mean, you can give a lot of information, to be honest. The name, the even the location, if you have, you can give a location, etc., etc. So the world is yours if you want to give all this information or take action accordingly. Let's go ahead and let's click on print, and it won't print if you have printer assigned or mapped to your computer. It will show up here. And by the way, you can see that you can convert to PDF from here as well. Let's close this, and now let's click on PDF. The moment I click, it will take me to the dialog box. Here we go, and now it will ask me, hey, you want to save? So let's say we save right here in the videos. Okay, so this gets saved, and we can now go ahead and see how the report will look like in PDF. So there you have it. This is the printout. You can see that it is sitting in my local drive, and it is showing me the same exact information that I wanted. I keep looking at this. Okay, so you see here, ActTV. That's not right. That's not right. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, the good thing is, you can see that there is inventory status critical and caution. That too is appearing. So which is this is what we want to see, right? So anyone downloads this report can see it and can take action accordingly. Now let's head back to Microsoft Access, because I need to fix this active. Otherwise this is not good. There you have it. It is officially fixed. Okay, so I hope that you have learned something. So let's summarize. What we have done is we have added the stock balance column, and now because we have stock balance, we can refer to order level, and we can say if the balance is more than order level, it's in stock. Its balance is equal to order level, so this one is equal, it should be caution. And then if, for example, the stock balance is less than the order level, then it should be critical. So the idea with the color code is, you understand that, and it is to give more user friendly experience to the end users. So, and also we built this print and PDF functionality in this video. So a couple of things we have covered. I hope that you have learned something in this video. If you have, let me know in the comments below. Even if you have not, still let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much. I will see you in the next one.